The next mayor I'm going to introduce is Mayor John Ditslear, who is in his third term as the mayor of the city of Noblesville, after first being elected in 2003. Under his leadership, the city of Noblesville has become a historic, as the downtown is revitalized as a historic yet modern and thriving area. He and his wife, Pastor Terry Ditslear, have 5 children and I believe 6 grandchildren. Mayor Ditslear.
You notice Helen didn't call me hip. Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity to be here and speak this morning. As a commissioned salesperson for most of my life, I really admire what each of you do selling homes. Of course, to sell homes, you also have to sell communities. And we're here today to help that part of your job and make it easier and let you know why Noblesville is an excellent place to live. All 4 of the largest communities here have received national recognition. Just to review, Noblesville was 50th best place to live in America by Money Magazine. Of the 10 best cities and towns in the U.S. for families, Family Circle, and one of the top 5 cities in the U.S. in which to retire. MSN Money did that. Weather was not a factor in those selection committees. So. We are the county seat. We were founded in 1823 and became a city in 1887. Our history and heritage is much reflected throughout the city. In addition to several buildings, we have 4 or 5 significant districts that are historic districts recognized in the National Register of Historic Places. Our population is around 52, maybe 53,000. We grew 82% from 2000 to 2010. Now, despite the growth, one comment that we hear often amongst our residents, we continue to have that small town atmosphere environment, which helps foster really a real strong sense of community. A number of reasons that call for this. One is our neighbors really care about each other. And one example of that, Tuesday evening, just 2 days ago, one of the homes in Noblesville caught on fire. After a council meeting, I stopped by to say hello to the homeowners and frankly be supportive of our firefighters. The homeowners suggested that people stopped on Hague. It was near Hague Road. Several people stopped, parked their cars, jumped the fence to come to that homeowner to see if they could help in any way. Now, I'm not really surprised at that. It's a great story and a true story, but that's kind of the way we are in the city of Noblesville. In terms of housing, we have excellent choice of housing. We have workforce houses and apartments for those that want those. We have custom homes, luxury homes in such neighborhoods as the Sagamore and Lock Haven. Again, I hope you know that. And people can choose a home as their interest. If they're a history person, they can buy one of the late 1800s, early 1900s historic homes in downtown or near downtown Noblesville. Someone likes to boat or fish, we have lakes, Morris Lake, Morris Reservoir, technically, and it's certainly a great place to live. And if people are tired of mowing their lawn or shoveling snow, we have condominium properties where they take care of that sort of thing. One fact I do have on new homes built in our city in 2012, the average home size was 3,708 square feet. That's what, no, not candidate. In addition to a strong sense of community, we have a variety of housing options that also is there. And certainly that is not the only reason to choose Noblesville. I can tell you about it, but I would like to think that perhaps a survey that we did to our residents in 2010 might be a better purpose and a better person to do that. We did this survey with a national company, and we asked our citizens, obviously anonymously, our strengths, maybe some weaknesses of local government. It was sent to 1,200, the return was outstanding, but over 91% of those that replied found Noblesville to be a good or excellent place to live. Some of the things that they talked about in that survey were our cleanliness, the overall appearance of the city of Noblesville, our image or reputation, excellent public safety, a great place to raise kids and retire, and a sense of community. Certainly there's strong trust, fortunately, in city and county government, and they thought overall they had a good value for the services that we provide. We have an excellent school system. Many schools in Noblesville are four-star schools. Noblesville High School graduation rate is way above the national and state average, in that over 90% of the students at Noblesville High School go on to a higher education. Speaking of higher education, you may know, and I hope you do, that our citizens passed a referendum last spring that will enable our East Middle School to be Ivy Tech full campus. And we're very, very excited about it. This campus will open next fall, and we're thrilled certainly to have it in the city of Noblesville. Almost everyone can benefit from that campus, whether they're currently in high school wanting to take some college courses, or college students wanting to catch up and do a few extra courses in the summer, or certainly adults wanting to get new degrees, to get better credentials or certifications, and improve their skills. And even people who might want to take a class just for the pure enjoyment of that. Our parks are outstanding. We're very proud of our parks. Our parks offers a lot of courses, activities, and programs that attract large numbers of people. Our youth participation is about 1,700 in the summer. Forest Park gets over 400,000 visits each year, one of the biggest visiting places in the county. In addition to Forest Park, we have Dillon Park, Seminary Park, Southside, and Hague Road Nature Haven. We have two parks in the planning. We have a West Side Gateway Park on the river side that we're planning and should be breaking ground this spring. We have 200 acres on the east side of Noblesville for another park for the citizens to join. Certainly another amenity is our trail system. It's been talked about. We have a great trail system. We finished a Riverwalk project adjacent obviously to the river walk, and that will be done. We're in the planning processes of having that Riverwalk go south to catch the Midland Trace Trail, which we're also working on. Certainly Westfield has done a great job of that. Eventually, of course, people will be able to use the Midland all the way to access, obviously, the trail to Indianapolis and Carmel, known, of course, as the Monon Trail. The final thing I would like to talk about that's significant, I think, to our high quality of life is that we have an information card. There's one on our desk out there. I want to show you that in case you missed it, right there. But basically in that, you'll find that there's over 25 events in downtown Noblesville alone that we have each year. Some of those are once a year, some of those are throughout the year and several times a year downtown. Those are things such as Jazz Squared, Nickel Plate, and some of those that we have more than once a year. Our homecoming parade in Noblesville is still a big deal, as it was back in the 50s and 60s. It is a big deal. We have one coming up here in a 3 weeks, I think. So that's the hometown, the small hometown atmosphere that we provide in Noblesville. Also, we have a lot of other events, not just in the downtown, sponsored by churches, schools, and service groups. So again, I thank you very much for having me speak today. I encourage each of you to think of Noblesville and keep in touch with us through media, whether it be website or Facebook or Twitter, and I will be available for questions. Thank you very much.